Good morning, everyone. Kalimera. It's Friday today. Friday the 4th of July. How is everyone doing? Kalimera Yani.
Kalimera. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Hope you're doing great. Today is the 4th of July. Where is the fireworks?
Where's the fireworks? I think it's too early. They're sleeping.
Let's start them.
Yeah, let's fire the fireworks.
Yeah.
Right.
How are you?
I'm alright. I'm not too bad. I'm good.
Great.
Good morning, everyone. Another live market update for you guys. The same place, same time. Monday to Friday. Here we are. Me and John. We're here to provide you. Good morning, everyone. We're here to provide you with the, let's say, the most current technical analysis that is happening live on any chart. We pay attention. Our main focus is on Bitcoin and Ethereum, the majors. And then we go and have a look on overview of the markets. We're trying to have a sphere view all around the market, and we're looking in crypto, we're looking in commodities, we're looking a little bit in currencies, just for us to make sure that we don't get caught by any surprises. You know that the market is a random walk. It can do whatever it wants, but sometimes you may get signals, you may get little signs for you to have an idea of what is about to happen. Anyway, we're always here. Yeah, we've got our lady spy over there. Right, so we're trying to get our intel to the point as much as possible. We don't drive on hype, and we go with one single strategy, and we're fine-tuning our conditions. And when everything is looking right, we take action. Right, and speaking of which, let's have a look a little bit closer to our charts. Let's have a look and see what is going on. And I'm gonna go full screen, and I say good morning to our lovely people here. But the bubbly is here. Good morning. Good morning, CIA. Good morning, Philip. Kalimera. Batman is here. Batman's in the house. Good morning, all amazing, beautiful agents. I hope you're all having a good day. So far, so good. Oh, look at that. John is here with us. General John. Good morning, fam.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Right, okay. No more delays. Let's start straight away with our market update. Bitcoin, once again, in trying to stay above 109 and 140. It was battling to fight and make it on its way up, but no. Once again, it got inside the resistance, a known resistance area. Right, look at the up button wick. Okay, we came back into that resistance and it got thrown back. And now currently we're sitting under 109 and 140. So unfortunately but Bitcoin, the price action hasn't managed to stay above our G level, right, which is 109 and 140. So today is the 4th of July. It's the end of the week. It's Friday. I do not expect a lot of move in the US session. And so we're gonna have a look today if the alt's gonna run. Okay, there's a big possibility in that world where Bitcoin is a little bit quieter and the volume is going to be a bit lower. There's a high possibility that the smaller market cap that can be very easily influenced, they're going to pop up. Right. Once again, Bitcoin, let me go down to smaller time frames. Bitcoin, it gave us a nice move yesterday. So we did a little bit trading yesterday. I had 3 trades. Overall, it gave me that 20% my daily target. I could have done a little bit better, to be honest. But I'm not complaining. The daily target got hit, so I'm happy. Right, so that was the area that we're paying attention. Right, so we got a short and we got a long. Right, so we went both directions yesterday, and that's how we managed to grab just a little bit under of 21%. So roughly after the fees, it was around 20%. So that was good. Which I'm going to try to do the same thing later today. Meanwhile, now Bitcoin, as I said, under 109. Okay, I'm going to pay a little bit of attention in this area. Let's see what Bitcoin's going to do. Open interest, we can see that is, we had a nice break of the down slope, right, of that downtrend. It got broken. You see that open interest increased. This is a 12-hour, and now you can see a little bit that is turning towards the down. People are taking profits. Okay, if we go to, let's say, to CoinGlass, which I'm going to bring a little bit on the screens right now. Go to CoinGlass, go into the open interest tab immediately, right, and just stay with Bitcoin, and then roughly you can see whereabouts the market average is sitting on, and you see that it's a little bit negative 0.2, which is not a very strong negative number, right? It's not like 1 or 2 or 3 or 5%. It's 0.2. It's a little bit quiet. And then it's going to do a breakdown for you, and you can see how much you have on the CME, how much you have on Binance, OKX, Bybit, etc. Let's say BingX, we're trying to go long, right? The traders inside BingX, the majority of them, you see that they have more longs opened in BingX, right? Where all the rest of the exchanges, you can see that the majority of them, they are technically in short, right? 1.2, you can see here 1.2 for Kraken. Okay, right. It's a little bit windy today. I apologize for that. You can hear all the things flying in the office. I have the windows open. It's quite hot, but now it just turned to be windy. Right. So you can see here the open interest. Okay, there's another little chart here. I'm trying to maximize that a little bit. Let me see if I can focus on the last period here. You can see that the open interest, it was pushing to the upside. You see, you get all the details. If you put your cursor, your mouse on the chart, you will get all the full details about the level of the price, which is the yellow line, and then under that you get all the openings and closings. The volume from the exchanges in total, right? You can see that it was a downslope, and lately you see that increase. You see that little spike. It went all the way up. That was yesterday. Let me zoom in. There you go. And you can see now the other bar is kind of retrieving. It's going a little bit down. So you see the open interest a bit lower. So therefore, that's why the price is reversing. And 110. It's a level that everyone took profits. It's that simple, okay? They took profits. Why? Because it's a known area, 110. Okay, look at that to the left, right? Rejection. Another rejection is the area of 110, and they've done exactly the same thing. They went back to the unknown territory and said, "Hey, a lot of people will take profits. We're going to take profits. It's a known area." Boom, it goes down. Okay. So technically we are accumulating in this region, okay? We are accumulating, and let's hope from Monday, okay, when the new week is going to form, that we're going to see a push to the upside, okay? For those that are still bullish. Remember, from now on, for the next 3 months, I'll be a little bit cautious, Okay, and after the 3 months, I'll be looking roughly to start looking if I can open shorts kind of long term for the next year or two. Okay, but that doesn't mean that we cannot trade. We trade every day in any direction. We're doing intraday trades. Remember, short-term trades. Our target is 20% per day. Okay, trying to achieve a 20%, 10. If you want to be relaxed, go for 10%. And if you a little bit, if the market's giving you room to expand a little bit towards 20%, go for it. Okay. If it's giving you more than 20%, okay, it's giving you like 30-40%, make sure you bank that 20%. So take that 50% out of the market. Once you pass 20% and you're going towards, let's say the market is moving, you see this momentum, you're not going to stop the trade, right? Obviously. So you're going to let that trade run. But once you're going to approach around 30-40%, please make sure you guarantee that 20%. Make sure you bank it, okay? And let the rest of the market, push your remaining trading size to give you whatever it wants to give you. Okay, but make sure that minimum is your 10% or 20% per day. Let's say 10% is your minimum and your target is 20%. Anything above that is bonus, and we should all feel grateful that we managed to grab more than 20% from the market. Okay, doing that every time on every session of yours. Okay, I'm not going to say every day. You know that I don't trade every day. Okay, the maximum days that I expect from all the agents is 4 to 5 days per week. Okay, no more than 5 days. So that's why we do the market updates Monday to Friday, to give you that mentality. Weekend is time for us to relax and do other things. Close the computers, close the screens, and do other things, right? Go spend time with your friends and family, or spend time for yourself, right? Go get those profits and do something, buy something, and do something for yourself, which is, almost very, very important. John, you want to say something?
Yeah, I have one more option if you want. On weekend, you can grab a camera and come with me.
John is offering a practical experience for you guys. He wants to do a walk experience with John. He's going to take you to the weddings, the commercials. Where is the next island? Here you go. You're going to have holidays. He's going in Patmos. Where is Patmos?
I'm going on Tuesday, Monday, or Monday or Tuesday. I don't know exactly right now. I'm going in Patmos.
Okay, I mean you have to wait for the people to come to you to help you out. Okay. So
I will ping the location.
You're gonna ping the location, right, guys? I mean, let's have a look and see where is Patmos, right? So here's Athens, right, in the center, right? Here's the capital. This is Athens. This is where you're gonna pick up the boat. Not in Athens,
actually, it's close to you.
Yeah, it's closer. It's more closer to me. Yeah, I know. This is the port of Piraeus. This is the port of Athens, so to say, right? This is Athens, which is the capital, the center in the city here, in the valley, so to say. But down in the south, we've got the port. This is where you're going to pick up the boat. It's the second largest port in the Balkans. So you're going to take the boat and travel more than 12 hours, I believe.
It's 8 hours.
8 hours. Okay, so
8 hours. 8.
Okay, so you're getting in a speedboat, right? Okay, so you're going to travel all the way towards the east, right? You're going to go through the center of the Aegean Sea, right? Which is Kykladas, and coming down lower, if I remember, Patmos is above Kos, so Leros, and I believe this is Patmos.
Okay, Patmos in that's Patmos.
Yeah,
that's
no,
Patmos.
It's above Kos, and I think they're gonna come. The ship is gonna come above Pyros Naxos and then turn around straight away to Patmos. Now, Patmos, it has a very interesting port. I just want to remember which side is going to be the port. It's going to be down.
It's in middle.
Yeah, you have to come down to the south. So So yeah, it's towards very close to Turkey, right? Very close to Turkey, and it's above Rhodes and Kos, right? Here's Rhodes down here, and this is Kos, and above Kos is Patmos, and so they have to come all the way down, and yeah, well, actually that was Kalymnos, Leros, Patmos. Here's Patmos. Now, Patmos. Now that was the thing that I used to remember, that Patmos has the island, the port. Yeah, it's a small port. Yeah, you have to go through. It's very shallow. This is very shallow waters, right? Very shallow waters. So you have to come, above Paros, Naxos, and then go across to Patmos, which is above Kos, Leros, Lipsi. Yeah, it's not. Lipsi is another nice destination to go to, but it's not a
it's close.
It's right. It's opposite, but it's very rocky. So the ship has to come all the way down, right, and come and approach this area over here and go inside, which is very shallow waters, right. So I assume that you're gonna stop there. Yeah, you're gonna just park in this area here. I think that's the most common area. These islands are very challenging as for the ports. Very challenging. I've been to these islands before.
So you can grab a camera and come along.
Yeah, I've got two cameras. I've got Sony cameras. You have? You have
Nikon.
Nikons. Yeah, okay. You got
Nikon, and for video it's Lumix Panasonic.
All right, so you kept the Panasonic chipset. All right, okay, cool. Right, yeah, I'm a Sony guy. Right, so yeah, this is the Patmos Island. Now, if I measure how far it is, so let's say that you live in Piraeus Port, you're gonna come this way, turn around here. It is. So you're gonna come down here. Turn around that way. Avoid the rocks. Going above Paros Naxos. Come from the south. And then turn up. And you're going to come that way. And done. So that is roughly 315 kilometers, but let me make these to nautical miles. And nautical miles, 170 nautical miles, right? So it's kind of a journey. There you have it. So that's going to take them 8 hours. So that's it. Right.
Let's get back to charts.
Let's go back to the charts, to the trading charts and not the nautical charts, right? Right, here we go. So that's where John is going to go in to be for the next few days next week. So you know what that means. It means that the market update is going to be on me. Right, okay. Price currently since last night. Okay, let's say since the Asian Open, right? We can see that the price is coming towards the downside. So Asia are shorting. Okay, once again, we reached 110. Look at that abundant wick, came down. One more try. It was a lower high and it came back. It's giving you equal lows, but deviation right now just a bit under. And the question is how the Asia is going to close the day. Are they going to reclaim 110 and try to stay above? Right? They took all the profits. Right, the market got pushed, the price got pushed down from 110 all the way down to 109. So let's see today, later on, how Asia is going to close and how EU is going to play around with the currencies. Okay, we know that European station, it is not so heavily on crypto, but they are heavy on currencies, and they're affecting the currencies, and obviously Bitcoin will get correlated with the currencies. Open interest, we see a little bit of to the down move, right? So the open interest is a bit negative. People are taking profits, are shorting, short-term shorting. For the people that they follow the ranges, let me mark today. It's Monday. Friday is open. So I need to go to 3 o'clock. It's roughly here. There it is. So that is your Friday open, your daily open. Okay. We passed the Monday high. Okay. If I scroll here, we passed the Monday high. We went all the way up to the, this is a dotted line. So it must be a monthly high. Okay. So we touched the monthly high and then come back down towards the Monday high. Okay. From above. You can see that we have a small reaction right now. This is just because we're doing the market update. So we want to thank the people that they're watching our market update and create a nice movement for us to talk about. John, is that you that you're trading?
What?
Is that you that you're trading? Bitcoin's moving.
No,
Bitcoin's on the move. So it's you. Right, okay, cool.
It betrayed me.
Right, okay, cool. Right, so let's see how Asia is going to close and what EU is going to do. Right?
I put some billions.
You put some billions. Right, good to know. You should tell us earlier, right? So we have a position before you move, not us chasing the move. We never chase the market. Right, weekly time frame, guys. Look at that. Once again, we are above the golden range. Golden range, it's not an area that it pays big attention to us. It's not a term. It just happened that we had marked a range before, right? And we've seen that the price of Bitcoin is sitting above that range. That's all, okay? So we are above the golden line, okay? This is good. But once again, look at that. On the weekly, once again, we get rejected above 109 and 140 on the weekly time frame, okay? I'm a little bit cautious about this area here, okay? If I go to the daily, just to zoom in a little bit, we had a major wick, a breach to this low, quick reclaim, quick recovery, so to say, but that area is kind of acting as a magnet, so I need to be careful about this area. And the weekly, I just need to make sure that the weekly is battling with 109, but let's see, towards the closing of the week, Saturday and Sunday, if we're gonna stay a little bit and we go back to the weekly, are we gonna close, right? I want to see if that body is gonna close above 109. It's gonna be very interesting. So far, very strong wicks to the downside. The price went all the way up there, 110, and came back. Now the price is pushing a little bit. Let's hope, even that's the 4th of July, right? Let's hope that the rest of the globe, they're going to push a little bit the prices, and let's hope that Sunday we're going to close above 109. If that's going to happen, it's going to be the first time on the weekly time frame that Bitcoin is going to close above 109. Okay, it doesn't mean anything for the week after, but it's going to be more bullish if the rest of the traders are going to see that Sunday close above 109, right? And then that is going to give more bullish sentiment. Everyone will feel better, but that doesn't mean that the next week it cannot come back. It can, right? It can continue or it can come back. By closing above, it's going to give a different sentiment because it's July. Usually July is the green month, right? And maybe we're going to get that last push that I'm expecting, right? I don't expect to go high 122. I may be wrong, okay? But I'm saying this because according to the data that we have so far for so many years on Bitcoin, that there is a possibility that it's going to break that let's say G level and trying to target the next G level and get rejected, okay? That will be the final stage. On the higher time frames, we spoke about it. We are in the bearish divergence, but higher time frames need more time to play out, okay? But we're going to take it step by step. Right, CMEs. Look at that. It went through. It cleared all the three CMEs at once. We spoke about those yesterday. right? And now we don't have any more gaps fresh made, so to say, up here. Small retracement, it's fine. ETH, once again, it could not pass above 2,625. The recovery was very, very quick. Okay, you can see that we marked the support that every time we want to see that if Bitcoin it was dropping and ETH was following, we didn't want to see ETH go lower than 2,375. We flirted with 2,500 multiple times. Okay, this time it managed to break through. We haven't retested as a support yet. Okay, it's only resistance, no support yet. So there is a high possibility that it may come back, trying to take the imbalance out, find a support, and then continue to the upside if the market decides to go higher. Now the next resistance, look how beautiful that is, 2,625, and you see that we've got multiple rejections, and we're coming back to this lovely range. Okay, that's your range. This is your 90-minute. This is the range, the focus point. Okay, and you want to see what's going to happen the rest of the week. I can do this in the range with our template, which is going to be great. Okay, that's the area that we need to pay attention. You see that it's floating around. It's trying to go up a little bit. Let's see if it's going to get inside the range. Okay, that's going to be your focus point for Ethereum. Let's see what Bitcoin's going to do. You see, it got pushed a little bit up, and once again, it got rejected on the G level. This is a 15-minute time frame. Okay, so immediately, as soon as called out John about his trade, he took profits. Well done, John. Thanks for that. So, yep, that's it about ETH and Bitcoin. Okay, let's have a little bit look on VIX. Let's see how VIX is doing. Okay, let's see how is the volatility in the market and the fear. Here we go. Let me go down a smaller time frame, and let's have a look. We're still in the green band. Okay, we are still in the green band. This is the 90-minute. Let me go to 45 minutes, and you can see that the market, that chart, as long that it goes lower and lower, that will create more stability to the markets. Okay, the fear is going down. We have the little box here. It's going to be a reminder. Anything under 12 is extreme calm in the markets. Okay, anything between 12 and 18, it's normal. So that's why we have the green band. If you go down to the blue, it's going to be extreme chill. Okay, that's why it's blue. We would like ideally to be inside the green. Okay, the more we stay in the green and the lower it goes, the fear, it is not let's say visible into the market. When that chart turns around and prints upwards, then there's more fear to the market, and usually we see volatility and also drops. Okay, and you can see here that we went into the yellow zone. It was when the tension between Israel, Iran and America, the fight were going on. You see that it spiked. It went from green straight away to higher than mid of the yellow zone immediately. So yeah, green is looking good. Now I want to take more time from John. Okay, Bitcoin is still in a downtrend. Okay, look at that. We got rejection 110. We lost the G level 109. It is not looking pretty for the rest of the day, so to say. Right, so there's a high possibility that the price is going to go down. Now that doesn't mean that the market is doing dramatically bad, but look at that. Okay, we marked this the other day as well. This is Dixie. You see that we had a strong down move that gave Bitcoin a nice up move. Okay, recently it's turning around. Look at that. Okay, but always remember that down move. Okay, that down move that we have here now, it influences Bitcoin to go higher. Okay, when Dixie is going up, Bitcoin will go down. So that's why you see a little bit now Bitcoin retracing a little bit because the currencies are becoming more stronger, right? So the dollar becomes a bit more stronger right now as we speak. So that will push, a little bit Bitcoin to the downside, right? There it is, just a little bit push to the downside, and that is because this is getting a little bit stronger. Nothing of a big deal, okay? Do not panic, do not worry. I'm just giving you areas that if you understand what's going on, then you don't need to panic. Bring the cash flow, another lovely chart that we monitor. Bring the cash flow in and have a look and see what's going on. T1 is dropping a little bit. T3 is more aggressively dropping, okay? And you can see that the dominance of the tether is increasing, which means what? Right? It means that people are taking profits and they're going towards the stable coins, right? T1 is dropping, T3 is dropping, so people are taking profits, okay? And you can see that they are storing the profits into tether. That's why tether dominance is increasing, okay? So no panic, right?
They're cashing out because it's Friday.
They're cashing out because it's the end of the week, it's Friday, it's the 4th of July. Multiple reasons. They've seen that, take that as a psychology. Let me go to the 90 minutes here. If they see this abundant wick, right, on 110, they know this is a common practice that every time we're going to reach a major resistance, right? Look at that, major resistance. They're doing the same thing, okay? Last week, we said we need to be careful about this move to the upside because we had a high, a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, right? And I said, guys, just be careful. If he's going inside the range, grab the momentum. It's always good to grab the momentum. We need to see, are we going to break structure? So far, it's trying to break structure, right? It took all these highs out, all these lower highs, and we have equal highs, right? And now you see that people are taking profits. So everyone is taking profits because we reached the same equal highs. Okay, we have big liquidity here, so they're taking profits. Okay, now for the rest of the week, we need to see what's happening. Are we going to stay out of the range, small deviation, or are we going to go back into the range once again, right? And then you know the drill. You lose a G level, you're going back into the range, and your next target is going to be your 50%, which is going to be 105.8. Right, that's what it's going to be. Or two things: reclaim 109 and trying to push higher, or we're going to come down to 105.8. That's the scenario that we're going to play around with Bitcoin right now.
Either way, we have the G levels, so
yeah, we have nothing to worry about the G levels. Exactly. And if you want to be prepared, so to say, between 109 and 122, just bring another G level here, right?
Break it down.
Have a breakdown. Make sure the numbers are accurate. 122.521.72, and the other one is going to be 140.73. We don't need so many lines. It's up to you if you want to keep 8 lines. But let me make sure that I don't have overlapping lines, so I don't want to overdo it. And then make sure that I put dash lines to remind me this is a breakdown. If you want to have 8 lines, it's fine. There you have it. And I'm going to lock it. And now officially we've broken down the G level between 109 and 122. So now we can monitor what is happening in this region, all right? I can bring this a little bit to the left. Let's do this -10. No, it needs more than that. Here we go. And you can see how the price action, let me give it a bit more space here to the screen. You can see how the price action reacted previously in these G levels, right? Look at that. It was trying to stay above this G level, lost it. It came all the way down. It got rejected on this G level. I can make this a little bit more thicker to make it more visible to your screens. There you have it. Right. Same area, rejection, same area, rejection. Okay. So there you have it. I can take out the big box. It's all right. We know it's a resistance area. There you have it. Nice and clean. Now it's time for me to give the screen to our General John. right? It's time for him to give you his analysis. Obviously,
On a
I
smaller
think
one.
that's all right. Doesn't matter. I'm sure he's gonna go straight away for the XRP. He always starts with the XRP. That's why he's got the name, aka General John. So,
General, I have the button right.
listen, I have a T-shirt for you, right? I have a T-shirt, a CIA T-shirt, that already has a name on it. You have a T-shirt, yeah. I'm gonna send the T-shirt to your home, right? It's called,
Really?
yeah. It's got a CIA badge, and under the CIA badge, you have the name General John.
Hey, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Also, we have to make some hats.
Yeah, we're gonna make some hats, guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do two things. Maybe hats as well, no problem. But I'm gonna do polo shirts, right? And everyone can have the nickname, right? The CIA badge nickname, and also, if you wish, you can have your flag on the sleeve, the flag that you're coming from, right? And when we're gonna do the next meetup, and we're gonna have these T-shirts, we can see how big community we are, and that we have so many different flags on our sleeves. That is gonna make CIA be multiple international community. So
that's beautiful.
Right, so there we go. John is on the screen with the XRP. Here we go.
Okay. So guys, as we see on XRP, what did I told you that if we break that range over here and make this trend line as a support, and then you can have that uptrend that is doing until the previous high. If you took that trade over here until the previous high, you have a good one position and the profit. As we see over here, what do we see? That over here, that's why I have that red box over here. In that point, we see rejection. Why? Because now we have two equal highs. So what do we see? The double top, as we say. One top over here, second one rejected. Also lose a trend line over here, went below, tried to go above, but didn't manage to claim that trend line, and then it's starting to fall. And as we see, and as we speak right now, we see that this candle over here is going to that range. We have to see, we have to wait and see if that higher line of the range act as a support. That's my thoughts. That's my what I see. I'm waiting how exactly XRP will act over here above that range. If it makes that support, give me the confirmation, and then go back again and make my position until that 2.28 on RG level over here. If it loses and go inside that range, then I will expect my support at 2.17. What Stadio says? Let me see. Ripple has applied for a master account with the Federal Reserve, effectively a banking license that also permits it to borrow. Really?
Yeah.
That's good news. I didn't saw that. But also, as Thalys said before, it is Friday. USDT is rising. We see that everyone has taking their profits, and we see from Monday now, when the market is actually the crypto market is always open, but we see the people that's going on after when the week is starting on Monday.
Yeah, I mean you have more volume. You have more volume on Mondays, guys, because the institution. The institutions that are operating, Monday to Friday, so there's more volume, and now you can see that crypto is going to get adapted. Bitcoin's going to get adapted. Now they're talking about the banks that can trade Bitcoin and stuff like that for the customers. So you see now that Bitcoin is going to go effectively inside the bank. So you see now even Ripple apply for a master account. right, on the Federal Reserve. So they're going to have their own reserves, deposits, and stuff like that. So now you can see that, XRP is going active on the banking system. Remember, we said that, the financial system, it's on its way to the update, right? They're going to have a crash in some point, and then they go in 100% full blockchain. It's not going to be, the financial system is not going to be the same ever again.
Yeah, actually, we are witnessing the change, the shift from the SWIFT to ISO to the digital assets now.
Yeah.
So, if we go on a daily time frame, as we can see, we're still on an uptrend for XRP. We're not on a downtrend. Actually, we see on a downtrend over here, but we see equal highs and lows, and it's making the correction. But actually, we'll see some correction over here right now. But my opinion is that since that area over here, we will see some turn around, take that liquidity pool over here, and go even higher. But we will see that all the movement from Monday, not now, because right now we have the weekend in front of us, and we have the weekend in front of us, so we will not see some big movements. As I said before, I'm expecting how the XRP will react in this range over here. We see that this G level at 2.17 is acting as support since way back on the 24th of June. You see that is bouncing above that G level, lost for a moment, and then it's bouncing again above that G level. We see that that level has enough strength, if I can say that. I keep my line over here, my support line. Why is that? Because I want to see when we'll lose it or make it as support again. Actually, I'm keeping that line over there because I'm extending it even more, because if I see XRP turn around, take my position over here if I have my confirmation, and don't go even higher, and then I have more confirmation because we have our G level over here and also the trend line, and then I have even more confirmation that is going even higher. But for the moment, we have to wait and see how it will react. That's why I sent the map from XRP, I think from here, on the Discord. You can trade even both direction, up or down. So, Chainlink, the same. You see that on the 13.97, what do we see? Rejection. We have over here one, didn't manage to go to that G level over here, those 2 points over here, but went again, and what do we see? Rejection. And now it's going even lower. It's going to that imbalance I have kept the market over here. It is at 12.46. Also, we have in the 50% of the balance, we have our G level. That's why you see that all the G levels combined with the imbalance and the liquidity pools, you see that everything is matched. Even over here, liquidity we have at 10.96. As you can see, between the imbalances, what it is like ranging. It's bouncing up and down. Also, it's a how can I say that?
It's an accumulation zone. It's accumulating.
Πιο καθαρή και σαν εικόνα που θέλω να πω.
Πιο καθαρή εικόνα σε τι?
Το βλέπουμε σαν ζώνη που κάνει accumulation.
Yeah, it's a zone. It's trying to say that it's a clear picture of a zone, that of accumulation zone. You can see that you don't have
Thank you.
a clear trend, so to say, right? You don't have a clear direction, so you're going sideways and it's bouncing between the two zones.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And where do we see then the take our confirmation? If it breaks one of the two. Also, we have the levels. If it breaks it, then we go in the same direction that Chainlink is going. Even for the low, if it breaks at take the imbalance, break the G level, and go even lower, that take also that liquidity pool, or in the high, create as a fourth actually, not third, because we have 1 point over here, second and third time that imbalance is acting as a support. If we have the fourth one, then see that it's turning around, then we have our confirmation and go even higher. Also, we are waiting for Link what exactly will do. You can also trade, because right now I'm on a 4-hour time frame. If you go on a 15 minutes time frame, you can also trade that movement. You can break the zone, as Tali said before. You can break it with a 50%. There you go. If you see that it loses that 50% and acts as resistance, you can take the next point from this G level to the lowest. It's a 5.87. With the 10x is 50, almost 60%. So either way, you can trade wherever you want, even a higher time frame or lower time frame. For now, for me actually, at this moment, as I have with the photo shooting going on, I'm looking more in a bigger time frame, because I don't have that much time. That's why. So I will for Link, I'm expecting what exactly how it will react in this area above that imbalance. If it acts as a support, or lose it and go even lower to clear that imbalance. I haven't taken that imbalance yet off, because I haven't seen any break to the downside to take that imbalance. So I will keep that imbalance over there. Now about Tau, I think it's very clearly that also lost at 329 over here. We have one resistance, second one didn't manage to go even higher to take that 50%, and now it's turning around. You have a high over here, a lower high, and now it's going even lower. Over here we can see that we can mark, let me do that yellow line. Actually, let me make a box actually, I think it's much better. Over here, what do we see? We have a small liquidity pool, and we see that lost at G level. We can trade and go even lower, swipe that liquidity pool over here, and I think that this level over here, that 310, act as a support. Actually, maybe we see some weak to break it even lower, and then go to the upside. Because what do we see? We have that liquidity pool over here, and if the price is chasing that liquidity pool, like always do, always is going even lower to that level, break that G level over here, and then turn around. Tau is also to the downside, because we have a high over here, a lower high, even lower high over here, and then, well, what we expect to see, we have a low over here and then lower low. As you said, Thalys, the power of 4.
The 4-point
how do you say it?
4-point
4-point system, yeah. So keep an eye on Tau. Also, if you want to trade on a smaller time frame, what did I say before? There you go. Break that G level in the smaller one. You have the 50%, and you act on that level between. You have the 50%. You're expecting what exactly will do. If it loses it, you go in lower. More confirmation, as I always say. Now hype, same condition. What do we see? Went below, lost a trend line, break that 50% smaller G level, go to that trend line over there, didn't manage to claim it, didn't manage to claim also that imbalance over there, had the rejection and now it's going down. As we see, hype, what do we see? We have 1 point over here, second, third time, it managed to go even the 50% of that imbalance. Rejection again. Now is heading to the 38, is at 50%. I have broke down those with the 50%. It's going to that 50% at 38. And if I see that it's going for we have a low over here. If it's going for a lower low, what do we have over here? That liquidity pool. I'm expecting the hype to go for that liquidity pool and then turn around. I don't think that it's going even lower. We have a low here, then it will create a higher low. Because if you go in a bigger time frame, 12 hours, see what do we have? We have a low, higher low, and another higher low. I'm expecting to go even in this area to create like a double bottom, if you can say, and then turn around, take that imbalance. But we have our weekend in front of us. I don't think that we have so much volume in the market. Let's see what we do, what they do.
Have a look a little bit on the heat maps. Have a look a little bit on the open interest on the specific tokens, and then you make it a little bit, an idea. What are they cooking, so to say, right?
Yeah.
You get a little
also bit. The crypto market RSI, if you want to see.
Yeah.
We have plenty of sites. You send to us plenty of sites that we can see to every token what exactly, as you said before, they cooking, and you have more information, even more actually information. And that's all from me.
Stelios is asking and says,
let's see.
I'm going to put that on the. I'm going to put the screen.
Of course. Of course, Stelios. And actually, it is on my thoughts lately, because I will start actually slowly. Maybe if I take some payments on XRP or Bitcoin or Ethereum, what exactly the other guy has to offer to pay.
Good stuff. John's getting paid in crypto.
Because we are now, as I said before, we are witnessing this the shift to the whole financial system and the payments. So, and Stelios, let me say something to you, that it is already a store at Thessaloniki that you can buy stuff with Bitcoin. Υπάρχει τυροπιτάδικο στη Θεσσαλονίκη. Παίρνεις τυρόπιτα και...
Τυροπιτάδικο.
Τυροπιτάδικο. Stelios understand what is tyropitadico. I don't know what is in English language.
It's a pastry. It's a pastry shop, right? A good pastry shop. Yeah, pastry shop. So
that accepts Bitcoin.
Yeah, you go buy a cheese pie and you get to pay 0.00001 Bitcoin.
Yeah, but with those 0.000, if you calculate the everyday job and everyday customers that going to that shop.
No. Don't go that far away. Listen to this for you to understand. It works both ways, but for the time being, let's say that someone bought a cheese pie a year ago, right? 1 year ago from today, he bought a cheese pie and he paid equivalent, let's say, of €3, right, or £2, equivalent to Bitcoin. that same cheese pie, okay, that income,
It's like $20.
exactly. So you can see now that maybe once somebody paid 3 euros, but today that Bitcoin that he stored, if he stored now, is actually the value double or triple, right? So that $3 now, £3, 3 euros, whatever that is, now is acting as a 9 and 10 euros and dollars because the Bitcoin price went up. So you see, yes, it is a flexibility for someone to buy with Bitcoin. He's going to pay a fair price, but this is not the point I'm making. I'm making that if the guy that receiving the Bitcoin, holding on Bitcoin, and price of Bitcoin is going up, that same cheese pie is creating money for him. The cheese pie is gone, right? The guy ate it. The guy ate the cheese pie, but that cheese pie still creates money for him because 2 years later, that money, went up.
It's compounded by itself.
Yeah. So this is
also Stelios says that there is a cafenio in Cyprus that accepts Bitcoin too, in Limassol.
In Limassol, okay. You see.
You can pay in India later.
It's happening. It's happening. But
actually, I think that the best time to accept payments in crypto, it's when the market is down. Why? Because you're taking more of that, and then when the market, when the end of the cycle, to the end of the cycle, when it is going down, then you accept payments in crypto, and then in the next 3 years that the market reaches its top, you see the difference. That's why, Stelios, I will accept payments in XRP.
Right, send us the address. Right, okay, cool. Nice. Right, okay, guys. Let me see what we can do. What we want to do next. We spoke a little bit about the altcoins. We spoke about the majors. I don't want to keep it too long. Guys, do you have any tokens that you wish from us to chart for you?
If anyone has another token, we can chart it.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to bring it up on the screen. Open interest, you spoke about hype, so let's have a look a little bit on hype. There it is, hype, and let's have a look on the open interest, and you can see that overall the open interest is minus 4.5% of the last 24 hours. The last 4 hours is -2. The last 1 hour is -1.7. So in general, lots of people going short, apart from KuCoin, that 11.5, they going long. Okay, so that is a bit interesting. Maybe that will give a different story, but you can see, the open interest on all tokens, and it's a good. CoinGlass in general is a very good website to have a look, right? To have a look what is going on with the tokens that you're interested. XRP, you see here overall, right? 0.73 negative, which is not a big number as a negative. On the last 4 hours, 0.8. On the last 24 hours, just a little bit above 2.5. Okay, so you see that lots of exchanges are going short, so you can understand why XRP is dropping a little bit, right? And you can do the same thing with ETH and Solana. Have a look at Solana a little bit and see, what is going on. You've got 100% is telling you the last 1 hour, just a little bit above 0.5% higher, right? It's a negative number. 3% of the last 24 hours. So you understand why it's doing a retracement. Okay, you can see which exchange, which means which traders on which exchange are going long and short. Okay, so yeah, I mean, use that. Let's see who they're going long to. No, I can't. It's taking it to another account. That's right. We don't want to open another account. Go to liquidation heat maps. That's not a problem. Go to liquidation heat map. Go to symbol. Let's take the example of XRP we just saw now. I need to log in. Okay, no problem. I'm going to do this on its own. There we go. Log in. Right.
I saw that Pengu was moving, but I think that right now it reached a double top and now it's correcting.
Right, so let's have a look on symbol and go to XRP and let's have a look, the heat map, right? That's where we are now, and you see that it's a lot of heat going on around $2.21. Okay, let me change the time frame. Let's go a little bit heavier on the time frame. We want to see where the heavy liquidity is, so I use high time frames, and there you have it. You have some liquidity, $2.13, 2.10, 2.13, so to say. Let's say from $2.10 and $2.15, there's liquidity over there, right? And there's a huge liquidity after $2.36, right? So you get a little bit of an idea which way the market wants to go. Okay, look at that. You have a nice, lovely, strong around $2.13. This is the heat map, right? And also you have the understanding that the market wants to go short. The open interest is down, and all you have to do is just mark where it is between 210, right? Let's go 210 and 215. So 215 roughly. So that is your area, point of interest. Okay, so there is a high possibility, right, that it's going to break under 220 and it's going to come back in this region because there's a lot of liquidity. That is a magnet, right? But also you have a magnet above, right? And you just compare these two guys and say, hey, around 2.4, 233, 2.4, there's liquidity, and there's liquidity lower, more stronger lower. Okay, more money, so to say, to the downside. Let's see how far will it go. Okay,
actually,
it's in a downtrend anyway, right? So
yeah,
I see. Want to break? Do you want to break? I mean, let's say this is a target. I'm going to make that a target. Okay, as a liquidity zone. I can put a liquidity pool if you wish, or you can put it as a target. Okay, I used to have a target here. Where is it? There it is. So I have a target down here, okay, and say let's hope that it's going to play out. Okay, we have our support resistance, the common area that is flipping. So is it going to go?
Target?
Target is between $2.10 and $2.15.
It's way above. Okay.
Right. So let me go to 15 and
if you see it on a weekly time frame, as my picture is above, you see that it's squeezing. We have that triangle over here that is squeezing. Yep.
So there is the possibility that it's going to lose 220 and come down to that target, right? And also you have another target a bit higher. Look what the 2.4. Okay, so 2.4. There's another target. I'm going to clone this. Another target up here.
We have liquidity over there.
Exactly. And if you look to the left, you have that imbalance, huge imbalance under the G level. So you've got two targets, and you're just wondering now where XRP is going to go, right? According to the heat map. So you have these, let's say, heat maps information. So there you have it, right? It's up to you how you want to call it. It's fine. You can call it liquidity according to the heat map. It's absolutely fine. There it is. Here's your liquidity, right? And you just want to see the open interest. You know that the open interest is negative, so the price is going down, and you have a G level, and you just go step by step, right? Step by step. Do you want to mark the previous day as well? That is going to be a nice thing, and say, hey, where is my previous day?
I have to update those because I didn't have the updated yet.
Okay.
The days and the weekly.
Yeah.
Weekly high, weekly low.
Yeah. So you can mark where is your previous day range, right? This is the top, this is the bottom, and right now you are the bottom of yesterday's range. So either it's going to lose that and continue to the downside, or it's going to bounce and head up again. So you've got plenty of markings, plenty of markings.
We have the G levels. We don't afraid of anything.
So that's it, guys, from me.
And from me.
Okay, don't forget, it's Friday today, right? Do something nice for yourself and for the people that you love around you. Spend some time.
Bring Mustafa in. Yeah. It's Friday.
Yeah, well, let's bring the our favorite song. Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah, why not?
Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa. Let's bring the tune here. Let me see if I can get the original one. Let me see if I can get the original one.
You can put it on YouTube.
Nah,
Mustafa.
Really?
If you write with Mustafa, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll do that.
Mustafa Friday.
You know we finally here, right? Well, it's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday.
That's it. Exactly.
So it's Friday. Right. So, yep, it's Friday. So do something nice. You know, spend a little bit of money. You know, if you made some profits, you know, do pay yourself, right? Do pay yourself. Do something nice for yourself.
Spoil yourself a little bit.
Yeah, it's not too bad. You know, it's not too bad. You need to do that.
Sometimes we need it. Sometimes we need it.
Of course you need it. Of course you need it. So guys, yeah, just be careful. Mark your levels. Use the heat maps. Use the open interest to see what the rest of the traders are doing and try not to go against them. You know, if the whole market wants to go down, you know, it means they're adding volume to one direction. Try not to go the opposite direction. You can go into smaller time frames, intraday time frames like 15 and 5 minutes. It's fine. Yesterday on the live trading, we did 1 minute time frame. You know, it worked. It's fine. You know, 1 minute. We didn't trade the 1 minute though. We didn't do scalping, but what we did is we're using the 1 minute to monitor the price action. And we've been on the chart for 4.5 hours. We have 3 trades, and we hit our daily target. You know, and you don't need to stress. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. Right? You just need to find a token that is moving. I usually like to stick to Bitcoin and Ethereum, the big boys. I can use a bit high leverage and less manipulation from the exchanges. This is what I usually do, right? I'm just explaining the reasons why. I want to escape the manipulation from the exchange, right? Especially when they see high leverage, they go after them. So that's why I want to do intraday, which means I'm going to stay there for, you know, half an hour and try to escape any liquidation hand or stop loss hand, you know, from the exchange. Now, Bitcoin, don't over exaggerate. Don't go more than 30x. Okay. Yesterday I did an example of 50x. Why? Because I was waiting for confirmations. I wasn't jumping on the gun straight away. So I was waiting for confirmations, and I said I'm going to use a bit high leverage to gain, right, a little bit the action that I lost due to me waiting for confirmations. But if you want to trade Bitcoin, you know, stick to 25. It's going to be fine, okay, or 30%. If it's going to give you 1% move in total, right, that's your 20% that you're looking at. Okay, so nice and easy, guys. Nice and easy. If you see Bitcoin dropping, take it. You know, take the moment, seize the moment, so to say. Right. If you see that it's dropping and it has a momentum, you use it. Right. Grab it. As you're closing slowly, we've got another few hours, well, an hour, so to say, for Asia to close. And then US, do not expect a lot of things to happen in the US. Anything that's going to happen now is going to be from a private perspective. Okay? Right, that's it. Friday today. Go out there, enjoy yourselves. You know, do spend some money sometimes. I'm not going to say spend all the money, but go have a good, do something nice for yourself. Feel good, you know, buy new clothes, have a lunch, have a dinner, go to a nice restaurant, you know, go down to the pub, you know. Don't start, you know, buy drinks for everyone. But, you know.
If you do that, tell me where you at, and I will come over.
Yeah. Right, okay. So that's it from us. Ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely weekend.
Have a
relax.
great day. Have a great weekend.
Great weekend.
Thank you for being with us.
That's great stuff. And we're going to catch you up on Monday. Take care. I'll see you around.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.